Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and episode, I believe it's 48 of my Manchester United FIFA 20 career mode on full manual and with my own sliders. We finished the season today, we had the season finale, I done 2 streams earlier on, and this is just basically a quick little, well, I say quick, it could drag on a little bit, but just a little season review of how the season's gone, what we've achieved, some player growth, and a little run through my shortlist for next season. Well, targets I'm looking at potentially signing for next season. So I'll start off with the league table. So Liverpool top on 98 points, having lost 4. City only a point behind ourselves, having only lost 2. We lost the least out of everybody on 94 points. And with highest scorers by far as well. An unbelievable season as far as defeats and goals scored. But still, we haven't got the best goal difference because we conceded 38. So that's one of the key areas I want to try and improve next season. Goals conceded. Although on FIFA it is quite difficult. And then the other teammate in the top 4 then is Spurs. It was a battle all the way till the end with all 4 of us really. Now Spurs are only 8 points off top. And that's after dropping quite a few points towards the end of the season. And losing to us, so... No, we drew with Spurs, sorry. They did tail off towards the end, but still. Really good season, fair play. Really competitive, let's say, right until the end. So I had a little look at last season as well. The league table for last season. And compared to last season, we won 18. So that's 11 more wins than last season. We drew 11, which is 4 less than last season. Last season we lost 9. And we only lost twice this season, so we've lost 7 less games. We've scored 51 more goals. We only scored 61 goals in the league last season. So we scored 51 more goals last season than this season. And then goals against, we've conceded... Well, last season we conceded 46. So we conceded 8 less than last season, which again is an improvement, but next season I want to try and improve that even more. Our goal difference last year, 15. So that's a plus 57 from last season. It's unbelievable, I can't believe it. And then as far as points, then we only had the 65 points last season, which would have put us down to 8th. No, sorry, I was looking at the wrong place then. That would have got us 9th this season. That's crazy. We finished 7th last season. So we got 29 more points than last season, which is crazy. An absolutely unbelievable season. So that's the league. The FA Cup then, we got to the final. Well, sorry, semi-final. Where we lost against the eventual winners, Liverpool 2-1. They beat West Ham 3-0 in the final. The Carabao Cup was our first trophy we've lifted on this career mode, beating Liverpool again. 2-1 in the final of that. Super Cup, I believe Liverpool, yeah. Beat Lazio, the team who beat us last season in the Europa League. So Liverpool have won that twice on the bounce now. And then Champions of Europe with Man City beating Barcelona. Last year's winners were Liverpool, who Man City beat in the semis. And then Europa League, last but not least, there we are. Second time of asking. Although 4-1 looks comfortable, it really wasn't. It was quite a tight game. Well, we were a better team, but they had their chances and it was a bit back and forth, so it was a good win. We won it. It was comfortable towards the end, but relieved to win that because, as I said during the game, it's probably the last, well, hopefully, the last time we'll be in the Europa League. So finally draw our hands, and then we can take it off now to say we've done it as well. I'll just go through the some player growth. Henson's drawn up 3. He's had a brilliant season, still only 24, and he's beaming with everything. As you can see, morale happy, all green ticks. Played 32 times, 15 clean sheets. Pereira's drawn up as well by 2. He's been on loan at Sporting Lisbon. As a third choice goalkeeper, to be 71 overall is quite decent, and again he's only 25, so that's good. De Gea's drawn up 1. He's 30 now, which is still quite young for a goalkeeper. 39 games, 15 clean sheets. Patrick Kelly, a youth academy player who I promoted to the first team this season. And as soon as I had a chance, I loaned him out to Stoke City in January. He's gone up 1. That said, only 18, Irish. His stats are very nice for an 18-year-old. So hopefully another season or 2 maybe on loan, and he'll be a player featuring regularly for us. Luke Shaw, I'm still undecided on. He could well get sold, but then I think, am I weakening left back by selling him? His first choice going into next season, I think I'll start with Darlow because he's been immense this season. And then as backup, I can't not play Brandon Williams. Look how well he's developed so far this season. And he's been consistent from start to finish. Played 31 games, scored 1, assisted 5. So has he played more games than Luke Shaw? Yeah. Towards the end, I was barely playing Luke Shaw, I'm not going to lie. So I don't know whether to loan him or just actually sell him. I'm undecided on Luke Shaw. Even in the first season when he played, he wasn't all that. And again, this season, he hasn't done great again, so I'm undecided on that one. Chris Smalling, I've put him up for sale. Again, I was iffing on orange because the only reason I kept him this season was as emergency backup, just in case one of the other 4 get injured, which didn't happen. So I may sell him and then use one of the boys on loan, either Lee or Kelly, then if I do need emergency backup. So I think Smalling's going to be sold. He's 31 now as well, so. But he had a brilliant season, his best season under me so far, which is why I gave him a contract extension off camera. 27, he's gone up 2 this season. Like I said, he's been immense, played 23 times, mainly in the Europa League. Bernard, I've tried loaning him out. There's a glitch with Bernard. He's been on the loan list since I started his career mode, and nobody's come in for him. I can't take him off it. As you can see, look. Remove off shortlist, he's still on there. Although he's gone up 3s, compared to the 2 youth academy lads I've just brought through, he's already nowhere near their level really. So I tried releasing him, but then he's saying I've released too many players already, which I haven't. I haven't released anybody as far as I know. Oh, saying that, I might have released O'Hara and players like that maybe. I can't remember, but at the start of the next season I might try and release him again. Here's the other youth academy player I brought through, Sean Lee. Young English 17-year-old centre-back. Can play centre-back, CDM, left-back and right-back. 65 overall. He's going to Portugal on loan for next season. But when I initially promoted him on the status, it said potential to be special, so this guy could be an absolute beast. For 17-year-old, he's got amazing stats. Not so much technical yet, but his physical stats are really good. So I think he's going to be an animal. Twanzebe went up 2, played 29 times. Again, very consistent season for Twanzebe. But he is a bit of a slow grower, Twanzebe. Although he's gone up 2 this season. I thought he might have been on about 80 by now, but performance-wise, very consistent and solid again. Koulibaly, an absolute monster. When I think about it, is the season as a whole and player performance, it's hard not to give Koulibaly player of the season. I'm going to go for this and then decide, but he's right up here as a contender, an absolute animal. What a signing. And to think, if I'd qualified for the Champions League, I wouldn't have signed him, because my main signing would have been Jadon Sancho. But because we didn't get Champions League football, I didn't get Sancho, and so I strengthened elsewhere and brought Koulibaly in, and what a difference he made. Only got to look at, well, the comparisons between the league table, which I've already covered, from last year to this year. Absolutely insane. Lindelof again, solid as a rock at the back. Captain. I don't know whether he'll be my captain next season, I'm not sure. But again, another solid season. He's gone up 2. Played 44 times. Mensa, again, very good. Still only 23. He's gone up 2 as well. 11 assists, all in the Europa League, but still played nearly 30 games, got 2 goals. Very good utility player, Mensa. I really rate the guy. Very good to have around the squad. He can play centre-back, right-back, and CDM, so brilliant player. Darlow has been absolutely immense. Another one who's, well, just under the bracket of being in contention for play of the season, I'd say. Only 22. He's 80 overall. He's grown a lot this season and played a lot of games. 42 games, 3 goals, including 1 in the final of the Europa League, and 11 assists, spread across all competitions. He's been superb, playing right wing, right back. Brilliant. Laid, somebody who I am trying to develop, but away from the club at the moment because we're pretty stacked at right back. He's currently on loan at Watford. I think he went on loan. I think he's been on loan twice now, January to January, so he'll be back in January, which isn't ideal, but it's the only time he could really go out on loan. And he's gone up 3, which is really nice. It's only 19. You can see his stats again, quite nice now as well. Physical stats. And his technical stats are growing quite quickly as well, so a couple of seasons, he's going to be a very good player. Still a while off yet, though. Same with Levitt and Garner, players that are going to be first teamers around maybe season 4 or 5, if I get it. Wan-Bissaka again, so consistent. The guy's a beast. Gone up 3. 45 appearances, 1 goal, 9 assists. Best right back on the game for me. He's an absolute animal. Galbraith, another one who falls into the same bracket as Lade. Developing away from the club at the moment, but still only 20. He's gone up 3 overall again, which is really good. He's on loan at Royal Antwerp at the moment. But again, he's another one. You can get rid of players like this too early, I think. Still only 20. Physical and technical stats are growing all the time. A couple of seasons, if I gave it, like I said, he could be another one who features. Say in 3 or 4 seasons I've loaned him out up until then, and he keeps growing the way he is. He could easily be 80 overall, or just shy of that. Not bad. Garner, the midfield who young midfielder who I've probably focused on the most, because I think he's got the highest ceiling. Only 20. Gone up 3 overall to 72. Played 24 times and just the 2 assists, but he's had a decent season. But again, he's developing. And he's another one who, like I said, is going to take a while to be a first teamer. Fred, again. I just love playing as Fred. Feels so good to play as. 28 now he is. I don't want to say knocking on, but he'd be 29 this season, and then when it gets towards 30, and you are starting to potentially look to replace players, but he's played 51 times this season, Fred. Only the 1 goal, but then 8 assists. Such a good player to control the midfield, Fred. I do love controlling Fred. Rashford has been another one who's up for player of the season. Only 23, he's gone up 2 to 87. But for a left winger to score 44 goals across all competitions is insane. 15 assists as well. You got 4 and 8 in the Europa League, 31 and 37 in the Premier League, 3 and 4 in the Carabao Cup, and 5 and 3 in the FA Cup. That's Ronaldo numbers. 07-08 Ronaldo numbers. Chong I've decided to loan out because for the 2 seasons now he's not developed as much as I wanted him to, and even to play as, he haven't been all that. He hasn't played much, to be fair. 21 games, I think most of them are as a sub, to be fair. Scored 4 goals and assisted twice. He's going to Roma as soon as the summer window opens, so see how he does there. Levitt's gone up 3, only 20 still. Another one who falls in the same bracket as Garner, Galbraith, Lade, players like that. But he's shown great potential according to the status there. He was on loan until January, so that's why he's only played 4 times there. But still scored once and assisted once. Again, he's exactly the same as Galbraith and Levitt, really. Garner. Couple of seasons. As long as he keeps developing the way he is. Pogba's been solid again. Been playing a bit deeper, but it suited him and he's done really well. Only the 4 goals and 13 assists, but his best work has gone under the radar, I think, as far as statistics are concerned. He's been brilliant playing deeper, and defensively he's been an animal this season. But again, he's 28 now, so getting to that age where he's starting to maybe think about bringing in a younger, maybe a young player with high potential to grow alongside him, and then eventually take over. McTominay's had a brilliant season, improved so much from last season. Only 24, he's done up 2. Played 44 times, scored 6 and set up 2. But towards the end he was really starting to mature and play well, McTominay, so he's had a good season. Hamilton, another one who's growing away from the club. But he's 22 and 70 on loan at Santa Clara. I can see Hamilton probably leaving. Yeah, I can't see him getting any game time, to be honest, so he'll probably be leaving. I don't know whether he's back in the summer or January, but we'll see what happens. Bruno Fernandes, we finally got the real Bruno Fernandes. The real Bruno Fernandes has finally stepped up. It took until we signed him in January in the first season, as we did in real life. Then he only started playing as Bruno Fernandes, I'd say, last maybe 2 months of the season, if that. Yeah, probably last 2 months. And from there on, he was really solid and, like I said, playing like Bruno Fernandes. Played 63 times. Scored 26 and assisted 20, so the numbers are there. If he carries on like that next season, he's going to be an animal. But for most of the season, he was shadowed by Maddison, so it will be interesting to see what happens next season, especially in the Champions League. And he's obviously gone up 2 to 89. As soon as he turned 89, I'd noticed the difference in him. Gomez only 20 and 75. He's gone up 3, so nice growth there, considering I'm not doing any player training. Played 33 times, 10 goals and 6 assists. I'm going to try and get him, well, I need to try and give him and Greenwood as much game time as this season, really, to continue their growth, which could be tricky with the Champions League, but those 2 are the 2 from the youth academy that I'm really trying to keep in and around the team and play regularly. So Madson's had an immense season. Signed him in the summer. He's gone up to 87. He's only 24. Like I said earlier, outshadowed Bruno Fernandes for, I'd say, 3/4 of the season. Played 45 times, scored 20 and assisted 13. Some big goals in there as well. Really big goals. The guy's immense. Like Fred, I just love playing as Maddison. Lingard, I'm going to let his contract expire. I was iffing an hour in, but he didn't play much at all this season. 22, but 3 of them are pre-season. I think most of them are from the bench, so he done alright in like Europa League and stuff like that, but I'm looking towards like players like Gomez and that now, so Lingard will be leaving on the free in the summer. Pereira I'll be selling as well. when he returns from AC Milan. He's gone up 2 to be fair, and he's still only 25, but like I said, with the likes of Garner, Levitt, Galbraith, players that are coming through, there's no place for Pereira in the team, so Pereira will be leaving. Dan James currently injured. Gone up 2 to 81, and he's still only 23. He's not happy about his contract, so I might have to look at that. But played nearly 40 times, 9 goals and 15 assists, and almost all of them were in the Premier League, so big game player, Dan James. He's going to be a really, really big player going forward as well. Even though we have signed Sancho, who will be playing in his position, but there'd be more than enough games next season for them to rotate. Sanchez will be leaving and joining Napoli. I put him up for sale a couple of weeks before the end of the season. A couple of teams come in for him, to be fair, but he's agreed to join Napoli, which is a good move for him. 32 and 78 now, so played a bit at the start, but soon went out of favour, and then he barely played, to be fair. Mason Greenwood, 19 and 77. As you can see, has potential to be special. He's really starting to feel like a first teamer now when I'm playing as him. Played 60 times, 19 goals and 11 assists, which is... I have those stats for last season somewhere. Yes, last season he scored 13 and assisted 5. So a massive improvement there from Mason. Martial still only 25, which is crazy. 88 overall, played 50 games, 39 goals and 12 assists. He was joint Golden Boot winner with Harry Kane. And last season, he only scored, 23 times last season. Not only, he's decent, but scored 23 last season and assisted 11, so he scored quite a few more this season. Arnautovic, 32, 81. He served his purpose for what I wanted him for this season. Scored 13 and assisted 3, so... But he again will be leaving. I'm sure he's on the transfer list. I can't do it yet because I only signed him at the start of the season, so... I didn't do Rashford's comparison either. Pogba last season scored 10, assisted 11, so his goals are quite significantly down, but I have been playing him deeper this season, and I'm sure I played him in the 10 a lot last season, so that's probably the reason for that. Well, so I'm just going to show Rashford as well, comparison. Last season he scored 20 and assisted 4. So lot of a difference there. He's turned into a superstar this season, Rashford. So yeah, that's the player growth and a little bit of an insight into what players will be leaving and the plans for next season. We've already signed Sancho, who was a target for first summer, but because we didn't get Champions League football, I didn't sign him. He stayed with Dortmund. But as soon as I qualified this season, I delegated Woodward to get the deal done, and he got it done. So he'll be arriving. So any other targets I'm looking at then for next season will be a striker in the mould of Arnautovic, like a target man. And I'm thinking a young winger as well, because Chong's thrown out on loan, so it's not definite about a young winger though, because I've got Dallo who can play there. Gomez might be able to play there. And also Greenwood's going to be back and forth as well, so it's not a definite. But with the Champions League and stuff like that, I am considering it. I'll quickly go for my shortlist anyway. A couple of youngsters, goalkeepers who I'm keeping an eye on. Mutiel, a player I really rate on the game, but don't really need him at the moment, so I'm just keeping an eye on him. Wood, a young English centre-back, again, just keeping an eye on him, see how he's developed. Ampadu, bit of a utility player, growing, 2072, currently at Leipzig. Again, a lot of these I'm just keeping an eye on. Brazilian youngster, 1972 centre-back. A Spanish young centre-back. Windal at Schalke. Again, very nice stats, but I'm pretty stat at full-back, so again, just keeping an eye on him. Sancho, like I said, fee agreed. He'd be a United player in the summer. Now, here's the wingers I'm looking at, or considering. Quite disappointed with Chong. The only reason I'm looking at young wingers is because of Chong and the lack of growth and improvement. So I'm looking at Alex Mighton from Nottingham Forest, only 1966 overall. Very nippy, but I don't know if he's going to make it, to be honest, or be what I want. This guy, I've never heard of him, but his stats are amazing. He's 18 and 78 overall. I've genuinely never heard of him. He come up on my scout list. Adam Hlozek. Look at those physical stats for an 18-year-old. He's one of the most well-rounded players, young players I've ever seen on the game. All green other than interceptions, which, as a right winger, you know, is not a big deal at all. And again, the technical stats. Only the defensive stats are in the red. He's got 2 yellows, but the one is on 70, so that's going to be green soon. And free kicks, 67. He's an absolute beast. So if I do go for one, very interested in this guy. 14 mil. Oh, I've only now noticed that the player has just joined. Where did he come from then? Contract left 5 years. Squad role crucial, bloody hell. Said I've never heard of a guy, but I'll have to start next season and see if it still says that I shouldn't do about him just joining. Ward Prowse, I always put him on my shortlist as a potential squad player, but still scouting him at the moment. Gravenberch, somebody who I did see as a long-term replacement for Pogba, but 1975. Decent physical stats. I think he still needs a couple of seasons to see what sort of player he's going to be. Because he's down as a CDM, well, CM/CDM, but his defensive stats are quite poor. Still in the 50s, so he seems more of a, like, I don't want to say box to box, but more of a, like, attacking midfielder, I'd say, looking at his stats. Again, keeping an eye on him. Fabian is more of an established midfielder. We'll see how next season goes as far as the Champions League and stuff like that, before even considering looking at this guy. Camavinga, 18 and 77, again, crazy stats. Now he is a bit more well-rounded than Gravenberch, I'd say, and could be a bit more of a Pogba replacement, but again, keeping an eye on him. Hisham, covered that at the start of the video, mate. We finished third in the end in the league. Gibbs White, 21.75. I've signed him, was it last year or season before? But I was training players then, so he developed quite well. But he's grown quite well on his own. So again, I wouldn't rule out future signing of Gibbs White. Quite nice stats. Here's the wingers, the young wingers I'm looking at. Apia was at Almeria, 69.20. Again, okay. It depends if I want a more of a youngster to develop or somebody a bit more established. Matondo, sorry. I should get his name right, seeing as he's Welsh. 20, 74 overall. This guy's a beast, fast as fuck. He'd basically be another Dan James if I signed him. Very nice stats. Leon Bailey, more of an established player. I was looking at if I didn't get Sancho, but Sancho's done, so I'll probably remove Bailey from the list now. which I shouldn't have done then because I've lost my place. Where was I? Sessegnon I was looking at as a potential maybe left back, because Shaw and Dallow started the season poorly, but Dallow really improved from about midway to the end of the season, so the need to sign Sessegnon faded a little bit there. But again, I wouldn't rule out signing him in the future maybe. Can play left back and left wing, so. Chem Campbell, a young English cam, decent stats. This guy from PSV again, only 1979. Decent stats. Young French forward who's got the potential to be special, I think. Again, technical stats are really good. But he's not the sort of striker I'm looking for, really. Felix, I'm just keeping an eye on. Again, wouldn't rule out the future signing of him, maybe a couple of years down the line. Dorku, this guy's got very impressive stats as well. It's him and that guy from the Czech Republic. 99 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, agility 99. Again, I've never heard of a guy. Some very nice stats there. The young Belgian. Almada. Again, very nice stats, but I don't know. I'm leaning towards some of the others if I'm honest. Dembele, 1871, obviously English, only 5'3" though. He's a bit of a midget, which is a bit of a concern, especially playing out wide. But his stats are going very nicely, so, and only 18. So he's under consideration. I'm still scouting this guy and waiting for a report back. But he's from Hamburg like the other guy. Young English forward, Stansfield, 1865, keeping an eye on him. Ricky J. Jones, 1865. Very quick again, 97 as far as his acceleration and sprint speed. But his technical stats are pretty low, but again, he's only 18. So, he can play up front, cam, and out wide though. That's the appealing thing about Ricky J. Jones. Keeping an eye on him. This is a Zlatan regen, 1867. He's at Inter Milan, which is one of Zlatan's old clubs, obviously. He hasn't got a height as Zlatan, though. He's only 5'9". But weak foot and skill moves are both on 4-star. A lot quicker than Zlatan ever was as well. 86 and 90. When I was looking at young players from Europe, he popped up and I noticed he was Zlatan's regen, so thought I'd keep an eye on him. Young English forward I'm still currently scouting. A guy from Bayern Munich 2, who does fit the mould of the striker I'm looking for. Joshua Zirkzee, only 20, 6'4", bit of a target man, but fast at the same time. Strength 86, 70 overall, and some decent technical stats. Wesley, someone who I am very interested in to fill the Arnautovic role. 24, still only young, 6'3", good height, 81 overall. Really quick, 86 sprint speed, strength 97. He's nearly maxing out on strength. Stamina's good as well. And then his overall stats, like attacking stats, are quite decent as well. High 70s. Said still only 24. I don't really want somebody to come in who's like really established either. I want somebody who's going to be happy to like play a bit part sort of thing. Like Gallo now at United. Not going to be playing every game. Might come off the bench quite a lot, but still does a job. Except this guy is obviously a lot younger, 24. Haller exactly the same, a bit older. And in some ways better stats, but he's not as quick. But then his attacking stats are more rounded, although he is 27, so I can't see me going any further with Haller. Calvert-Lewin, another one who's right up here with Wesley as one of the top contenders. Still only 24, he's English. 82 overall. I can't believe how quick he is. 85 acceleration, but his sprint speed is 97. jump in 90, stamina 85, strength 91. He's proper OP on FIFA. Heading accuracy 86, which is what I'm really looking for in this, in the striker I want. Martinez, if I was ever to sign him, he'd be pretty much a Martial replacement. Only 23, 89 overall. The guy's an absolute tank. Reminds me of Tevez. A younger version of Tevez. But again, I'm just keeping an eye on him really. He could be more rounded than Martial, and that's why I've put him on the shortlist. So with Martial, he's brilliant for what I use him for, but then whenever I think about a striker, I think of like, I don't know, I don't want to say traditional striker, but more of a well-rounded striker maybe. So that's why he's there. Dahlberg, another one who I've kept shortlisted for a while now. Well, from the start really. 6'2", proper target man, although he is quite quick as well. Good strength, finishing 85, really good. Heading accuracy 78, not as good as Calvert-Lewin, although he has got the power header trait outside the foot shot and flair, which is quite appealing, having those sort of traits. Would give us something different if I did sign him. Haaland, 2083. For some reason, Dortmund sent him out on loan to St. Etienne, which I don't understand. Again, amazing stats. Heading accuracy I thought would be better, but his finishing is 89, which is crazy for a 20-year-old. But I was never going to sign him and Sancho in the same window, so he won't be joining this summer. I always seen him, if I was going to sign him at all, it'd be a couple of years down the line, if that. And then this guy, left wing / striker, 1972 overall, still moves 5. He's a bit of a skiller. But again, look at his acceleration. Jumping's good. Again, very nice all-round stats. I don't know if he's a made-up player or not. But again, very nice stats. I think that's the end of the shortlist, yeah. So there we are, the end of the season. And a little look into the plans for next season. I'm just going to advance now. Players returning from loan: Hamilton, Pereira, Galbraith Pereira. The Pereira bros are back. Season 2 is officially done. End of season review. I already know they're buzzing with me. Oh, and something else I didn't mention or haven't mentioned. Oh, will it even come up now? Ah, where's it gone? Here we are. I think I showed it at the end of the last one. I'm sure I did. Yeah, bound to have, but here we are again anyway. Dear Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, from the FC Barcelona Board of Directors, the board would like to offer you the manager's job here at Barcelona. Having witnessed your progression in your role at Manchester United, we feel you would be a good fit to take our club forward. So Barcelona come in for me. I've never had that before. But obviously I'm going to decline. And when I looked, they got to the Champions League final last year. And I didn't know the result before I checked after receiving that message. And they lost to Man City. So maybe that's why they were looking at bringing me in. So I played them twice last season, City. Beat them once and drew once. But as I said, the team I'm building here could be potentially very special. The improvement from last season is insane. But then, like I said all last season, without sounding negative, I think the Europa League had a big part to play in that. If we were in the Champions League, then I wouldn't be able to rotate as heavily as I did. Like playing the likes of Ghana, Gomez, Williams. I wouldn't have been able to play players like that all in the same team in the Champions League, maybe. Especially in the knockout rounds. So again, I think the Europa League was a blessing last season. We won it. I got to play pretty much all my squad regularly. It got us in the Champions League, not that we needed it. But now we're going into the Champions League a lot stronger, so... And next season now, which I only remembered earlier, we'll be in the Super Cup, so... It'll be us against City in the Super Cup. Pre-season tournament invites. Go on then. Because we're back in the Champions League now, I feel like I need to go into this one with the big boys. Juventus, PSG, Barcelona, Atletico. Gotta be. All the other ones are almost like Europa League sort of groups. Not anymore. We're going to the USA. Back in the big time. I'm going to advance to one day. I just want to see Sancho in that United kit. Who the hell's that? Elias Damer... Who? What? Oh, the goalkeeper. 1866. Not bad. This is our young English striker. 68-19. Not bad. Yeah, he's nothing special. Ward-Prowse. 82. A 26. His technical stats are brilliant. I think I'd really enjoy using Ward-Prowse. 95 curve. Penalties are solid, 85. Short pass, 86. Crossing, 93. Free kick accuracy, 90. Long pass, 87. Ball control, 87. I think I'd really enjoy using him. But then his physical stats and all that. He's always on my shortlist, but I never sign him. He's a young other winger from Hamburg. Got a bit of pace, but nothing else really, so... End of season review, which I've literally just done, but here's Woodward's version. We've come to the end of the season and the board could not be happier with your performance so far. The players and staff clearly look up to you. Yeah, so we should. And you have done an amazing job aligning yourself with the club's vision, both on and off the pitch. He's basically buzzing. So he should be. Sanchez. These are old messages. I will offer, delegate a renewal for Pereira. 2 year, yep, I'll do. And then we'll try and give him another loan. Kelly's still on loan at Stoke. Luke Shaw, again, very unhappy now. I might have to sell him. Said I got Darlow, Williams, Lade can play there. I'm not gonna decide yet, 100%. That's a really big call with Shaw. There's Shaw in his new colours, boy. Smalling is transfer listed. See if I can release him now. Quite sad because I was trying to develop him, but it just didn't work out. 413,000 just to release him. Yeah, Bernard's gone. There was a glitch with Bernard anyway, so I said I couldn't even loan him. Late still on loan. Galbraith 68 to 20. What's his contract like? 3 years. Then he has improved, so I think that deserves a bit of a renewal. And to keep him happy as well. Prospect 3 years, yep. Keeps growing the way he is, he could feature. Sean in the Roma colours. See how he does there. If he doesn't do very well, then he could well be leaving. Could be make or break for Chong. Levitt I'm going to try and loan again, I think. I can't see him playing much this season. As much as I want to, I just can't see it, especially being in the Champions League now. Hamilton, I think he's going to have to leave. Yeah. What am I doing? I don't like seeing Pogba 28. I never think of Pogba, I always think 24, 23, 24. I don't like seeing that. Whoa, why is Madsen unhappy? Team performance? How can they be how isn't the morale carried over from last season? Why are most of them unhappy or content? Just had a brilliant season, performed above expectations, and this is what I get at the start of a new season. Pereira, oh, number 7, behave. Go in, go on, and I'm taking that shirt off him straight away. How rude. There he is. Finally. Finally he's arrived. A year later than planned. Of course he gets a number 7. His stats are just insane. So excited to use him. Dan James. I think that's it. Yeah. Arnautovic on the transfer list now. Right, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Just wanted to do a little review. Well, I'll say review. It's probably gone on quite a while, but a little end of season like review, and so I didn't want to do really anything off. For this career mode, I don't really want to do anything off camera, so it might not be to everyone's cup of tea, but I just wanted to get it documented, and some people might enjoy watching it, but yeah, I just thought I'd document it anyway, and it's like I said, I don't want to really do anything off camera, so thanks for watching, guys. The next video will be a pre-season one where I'll just do it in bulk. Be a bit more of a casual sort of thing, but then at the same time, I will be looking at transfers, so could get some deals over the line. So thanks for watching. We're heading into season 3, Champions League, Jadon Sancho. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.